self-esteem is the disposition to experience oneself as competent to cope with the basic challenges of life and as worthy of happiness. Our self-esteem creates a set of implicit expectations of what is possible and appropriate to us. These expectations tend to generate the actions that turn them into realities, and the realities confirm and strengthen the original beliefs. Okay, so let's just say you have low self-esteem, you don't really feel like you can cope with the challenges of life, you don't really feel like you're appropriate to life, it's like, this is not really for me, I can't really achieve all of this, and it's just this cycle that goes on and on and on, and that keeps you just stuck. And this is why it's so important to work on it and raise your self-esteem. Okay, and you can do so by focusing on actions or practices. Okay, basically something you do over and over again, a way of being, and this here will affect your self-esteem. So the first one is the practice of living consciously. Okay, basically having a mind that is active versus passive, that seeks awareness versus simply not bothering, that is responsible toward reality versus that escapes or evades reality. The second is the practice of self-acceptance. Okay, basically to be for yourself and to refuse to be in an adversarial relationship to yourself. The third is the practice of self-responsibility. To feel competent to live and worthy of happiness, I need to experience a sense of control over my existence. Okay, and this means to take 100% responsibility for your life and your well-being. Okay, the fourth practice is the practice of self-assertiveness. That self-assertiveness means honoring your wants, your needs, your values, and seeking the appropriate forms of their expression in reality. Okay, and this is a practice. Okay, it's the willingness to stand up for yourself, to be who you are openly, to treat yourself with respect in all human encounter. The fifth practice is the practice of living purposefully. Okay, and this means basically using your powers for the attainment of goals you have selected. Okay, to live without a purpose is to live at the mercy of chance. Okay, it's like whatever happens will happen. You're just a drifter. No, okay, you should be proactive, not reactive. If you don't do something, nothing will happen. What it means is staying true to yourself. Okay, integrity asks that our effort to find the best choice be authentic, that we stay conscious, stay connected to our knowledge, call on our best rational clarity, take responsibility for our choice and its consequences, do not seek to escape into the mental fog. What are we all seeking? Okay, and this is something to really take some time to reflect on. What are we all seeking? What are we all looking for in life? What is the goal here? Okay, like what is the motivation behind everything that you do? And if you really follow it, okay, to the root, okay, it's not like, well, I'm doing stuff for money. Okay, well, why do you need the money? Okay, like follow the trail of whys. It always comes down to happiness. Okay, and happiness here with a capital H, basically a continuous state of happiness with no sorrow, no suffering, no anxiety, no worry, just that feeling of peace and just being at ease. That's what we're all after. This is what drives us. This is what we're seeking. Okay, everything you're doing right now, you're doing it to hit this state, to experience this state of just being continuously happy. Okay, and it's not the happiness you're used to experiencing either, which is that dirty high where you're kind of afraid of losing it. It's just that continuous state there. But this is our default natural state, let's just say. This is our very nature. Okay, like being happy, the reason we're all seeking is that's actually what we are. Okay, we are this continuous state of just happiness with no sorrow, no suffering. Now, the mistake we make is we are this, but we tell ourselves that we're not. Okay, like that's our default. We're like, no. I'm not happy, okay, capital H, and I'm going to go out and find ways to be happy. Okay, which is basically the wrong assumption, and this is why it never really works. Okay, if you look around, yeah, people are achieving a lot. They're making a lot of money. They're getting a lot of, say, material things. Right now, you probably have a whole list. If I got this, I would be happy. But you can probably think of someone else who has those things who's not happy. It's like no one is finding it, and it's impossible to find it.